Which word from the following sentence is a noun? The medical examiner was called in to perform a post-mortem examination. A. Medical. B. Was. C. Perform. D. Examination. D. Examination. The nouns in the sentence are examiner and examination. The word medical is an adjective. Was and perform are verbs. Select the best word for the blank in the following sentence. When the gymnastic athletes travel for a competition, a chaperone must accompany blank. A. It. B. Them. C. All of it. D. Their. B. Them. Since the antecedent is the plural athletes, we need a pronoun that is also plural to replace it at the end of the sentence. Them is the correct object pronoun. Next year, I blank. A. Completed my college degree. B. Did complete my college degree. C. Will complete my college degree. D. Completing my college degree. C. Will complete my college degree. The phrase next year indicates the future tense is needed. The verb will complete is correctly in the future tense. Which word or phrase in the following sentence is the simple predicate? So many types of birthday cake put Cynthia at a loss. A. Put. B. Put at a loss. C. Put Cynthia. D. Put Cynthia at a loss. A. Put. A simple predicate is the main verb in a sentence. In this case, it is the word put. Select the best word for the blank in the following sentence. The United States has blank states, then Europe has countries. There are only 47 European countries, but there are 50 states in America. A. The more. B. Most. C. More. D. Many. C. More. Based on the context of the second clause, we know that there must be more states than European countries. When comparing two items, the United States and Europe, we use the comparative word more. If we were comparing 3 or more items, we'd use the superlative form most. Which sentence is the clearest? A. At the age of 12, my parents sent me to boarding school. B. When I was 12, my parents sent me to boarding school. C. At the age of 12, I sent my parents to boarding school. D. My parents, at the age of 12, sent me to boarding school. B. When I was 12, my parents sent me to boarding school. The correct answer has the clearest, most logical meaning. The other options make it sound like the parents were age 12 or that the parents were sent to boarding school. Select the word or phrase that makes this sentence grammatically correct. The child blank to ride all the roller coasters at Disneyland. A. Wants. B. Want. C. Does want. D. Has the want. A. Wants. The singular subject child needs a singular verb. The simplest version is the word wants. Select the best words for the blanks in the following sentence. It's important blank research your essay topic thoroughly so you do not include blank much irrelevant information. A. 2, 2. B. 2, 2. C. 2, 2. D. 2, 2. C. 2, 2. In front of an infinitive verb such as research, we need the article to. The phrase too much is correctly completed in this option as well. Select the best word for the blank in the following sentence. The actor's performances powerfully blank the audience. A. Affected. B. Affected. C. Were affecting. D. Were affecting. B. Affected. Affected means executed, produced, or brought about. Affected means made an impact on. The correct answer is the past tense of the verb form of affect, which means to impact. In the following sentence, what is the indirect object? The mountain climber tossed the Sherpa the rope. A. The mountain climber. B. Tossed. C. The Sherpa. D. The rope. C. The Sherpa. The indirect object is the recipient of the direct object. The direct object receives the action of the verb. Here, the verb is tossed. What is being tossed? The rope. So, the rope is the direct object. Who is the recipient of the rope? The Sherpa. This is the indirect object. Which of the following sentences has correct subject-verb agreement? A. The ambulance, which had flashing red lights on top, were letting other vehicles on the road know to pull over. B. Either kale or spinach is a healthy vegetable to eat with dinner. C. One of the soccer players kicked the ball farther than his other teammates. D. Several of the pieces of art was sold for above average prices. B. Either kale or spinach is a healthy vegetable to eat with dinner. This answer has proper subject-verb agreement. In the other choices, the singular ambulance disagrees with the plural were, the plural kick does not agree with the singular one, and the plural several does not agree with the singular was. Which of the following sentences is grammatically correct? A. The professor sought advice from a colleague. B. To advise the president, the Joint Chiefs of Staff must be well informed. C. A good advisor is essential in order to have a successful academic career. D. My parents give me excellent advice when I am making a difficult decision. D. My parents give me excellent advice when I am making a difficult decision. Advice is a noun meaning an opinion given with the intention of helping. Advise is a verb meaning to give counsel or advice. Which of the following sentences is imperative? A. She couldn't do the job her boss told her to do. B. Is Gretchen sick with a cold? C. I couldn't believe it. D. Put on gloves before touching a patient. D. Put on gloves before touching a patient. An imperative sentence is a command or a request, and often has an implied second-person subject. The only sentence that is a command is the one that begins with the instruction put on gloves. Which word in the following sentence is the subject? It was the cat that tore up the carpet, not the dog. A. It. B. Cat. C. Dog. D. Carpet. B. Cat. The subject of the sentence is the person or thing performing the action of the sentence. In this case, the cat is being described as the one that tore up the carpet. The pronoun it is standing in place for cat, so cat is the actual subject. Select the word that makes this sentence grammatically correct. The group knew it was blank responsibility to turn in the assignment on time, but they still didn't do it. A. There. B. There. C. There. D. The. A. There. There is an adjective, so it modifies a noun. In this sentence, it was their responsibility. There relates to a place or location. There is a contraction of they are. The is an article and would not make sense here. Which word in the following sentence is an objective case pronoun? She wasn't sure how to tell them that their beloved pet ran away. A. She. B. Them. C. Their. D. Pet. B. Them. An objective case pronoun is a pronoun that is functioning as the object of the sentence. Them is an object in this sentence. She is the subject. There is an adjective that describes beloved pet. Pet is a noun, not a pronoun. Select the correct word for the blank in the following sentence. The doctor blanked the young patient that the vaccine would only take a second and wouldn't hurt too much. A. Insured. B. Insured. C. Assured. D. Pressured. C. Assured. To assure someone is to inform them positively. To insure something is to guarantee it. To insure something is to provide insurance for it. To pressure someone is to apply physical, mental, or emotional pressure to them. Select the correct words for the blanks in the following sentence. Wanda's son swears that blank's happy in his current job, despite all of blank's demands. A. He's, it's. B. He's, it's. C. He's, it's. D. He's, it's. C. He's, it's. He's is not a word. He's requires an apostrophe because it is a contraction of he is in this sentence. It is would not make sense, and therefore we do not need the contraction it's. The correct words are he's and it's. Select the word not used correctly in the following sentence. J. Sean sat among his two friends at his school's charity event. A. Sat. B. Among. C. Schools. D. Charity. B. Among. Among should not be used when referring to two people or objects. Between is the proper term when locating something or someone relative to two other things. Which of the following sentences is grammatically correct? A. Robert was badly at playing the trumpet. B. It was well to see my cousins this weekend. C. The event was coordinated bad. D. I felt good about how I performed on that test. D. I felt good about how I performed on that test. Bad is an adjective that modifies nouns and pronouns, while badly is an adverb that modifies verbs. Badly is being used to describe Robert and bad is being used to modify coordinated, both of which are incorrect. Similarly, good modifies a noun or pronoun and well modifies a verb. Since it, a pronoun, is being modified by well, the sentence is incorrect. The only correct sentence shows good modifying the pronoun I. Which of the following sentences is declarative? A. Send the doctor to room 3. B. I tested positive for strep throat. C. Has the nurse assistant checked the patient's vitals? D. Trust me. B. I tested positive for strep throat. A declarative sentence is just a statement, not a command or question. The sentence ending with a question mark is an interrogative sentence. The other two incorrect answers are imperative sentences. Select the correct word for the blank in the following sentence. Although Remy knew her mom was contagious, she still went to the hospital to see her blank the window. I through. B through. C though. D with. B through. Through is a preposition that here indicates Remy is seeing her mother by way of the window. Through is the past tense verb of throw. Select the correct word or phrase for the blank in the following sentence. Georges was a great friend to blank, so he shared his freshly baked goods with us. A. Emerson and I. B. Me and Emerson. C. We. D. Them. B. Me and Emerson. Emerson and I would only be used as the subject of the sentence. Since the subject, the person performing the action, is Georges, me and Emerson must be used. Them does not make sense in the context of the sentence since it later says us and we is ungrammatical. Which of the following sentences is grammatically correct? A. My mom and my brother has not seen the new superhero movie that everyone is raving about. B. Rachel, though it has been a month without contact from her friends, haven't felt lonely in the isolated cabin. C. My grandparents said the key to happiness is to be content with what I got. D. All of my socks have holes in the bottoms. D. All of my socks have holes in the bottoms. Subject-verb agreement dictates which form of a verb you should use. Plural subjects my mom and my brother, all of my socks use the word have, while singular subjects Rachel use the word has. However, the first-person pronoun I also uses have. The phrase I got is ungrammatical and should be written as I have. Which word in the following sentence is used incorrectly? The last hour of his shift was so exhausting, Frank cancels his plans for that night. A. His. B. Exhausting. C. Cancels. D. That. C. Cancels. The verb was is in past tense. The whole sentence must be in the past tense, and cancels is a present tense verb that needs to be written as